Hello and welcome everyone to the JumpCast. I am your host for today, Nick. We are at we are on episode 54 of the podcast. And I'm here with my other two hosts, the other two Maxes. You guys are welcome to introduce yourselves.
Hello.
Yo, what's up? I'm eating an orange.
While we're recording, God, that's all good.
Diddy's
Um,
hungry.
I'm hungry,
he
man.
is a little hungry. But yeah, we are tackling chapter 248 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I will just get into my regular summary of what the chapter was. Um, so very exciting chapter. We are just continuing on the fight that we had with Sukuna, Higuruma, and YUUJI, where YUUJI tries to stab the executioner's sword into Sukuna. As we all predicted, he missed it, just turned around basically. Um, as that happens, Yuji notices that the cross like disintegrates as he yells out Higuruma's name. He then gets hit by Sukuna, manages to block it, but is still thrown across a bridge. And then uh, Sukuna throws two cleaves at Yuji's face. Uh, they somehow miss and just hit his stomach, and um, Sukuna has this little dialogue that even though that Higuruma died, he lost his little rattle, the Supreme Martial solution. Um, and he points out that Yuji's stomach has been fully healed. We then see Uiui, Meme's younger brother, and Karara, Hikari's girlfriend. I think that's what is it? I'm always confused about Karara. But anyways, they show up, they're taking Higuruma's body, and then Sukuna goes through this whole analysis thing of like, okay, so Uiui has that teleportation technique. He's taking all the dead bodies and the wounded soldiers to Shoko, and he's like, wait, no, but Shoko can't heal as well as someone that normally would have reverse curse technique, like using it on themselves. So, with all of that deduction, he realizes that Yuji learned a reverse curse technique in the span of a month. Um, and so then after that, he said Yuji's improved more than just uh, his curse energy manipulation for his physical attacks. But he still doesn't care, and he says the boy that is possessed, which is Yuta, is probably going to be up next. Is like, this is going to be fun. Then why am I mad right now? Yuji's like, why is Sukuna lost in thought? Sukuna goes on this whole thing of like this whole, I don't know, like midlife crisis for like 2 minutes, just thinking about his ideals, how he eats when he wants to eat. If someone gets in his way, he kills them. He thinks of people as just a way to have fun until he dies. Um, and then after all of that, he's like, so why is this boy irritating me? Why is he getting under my skin? And he realized that it's because they both shared the same body, and he could witness Yuji, and he always realized that no matter what, Yuji would always come back. His ideals are unbreakable. And so then it annoys him because someone that is so much weaker than him, can go toe to toe because of this unbreakable ideal. He proclaims that he is going to kill Yuji and crush all of his hopes. That is his goal now. And as that happens, we see a cross glow above his head, and Kogane shows up, just basically stating, "Hey, there's a new rule. Megami Fushiguro can activate the merger between Tengen and humanity." Um, and so then after that, it's basically Kenjaku's gone and Sukuna's the backup plan. He says he's gonna kill everyone there. He's gonna kill all the Cooling Game players, and then maybe he'll mess around with whatever the merger of Tengen is. Right after he says that, Yuta shows up, um, and he starts squaring up with Sukuna, and that's about the end of the chapter. There's some other stuff that I missed, but we can go into detail on that later. So, yeah.
Man, this chapter's wild.
Yay, Yuta's back. Yay, he's totally not gonna get packed up in 2 more chapters. Everyone's gonna hear me cry live. I'm gonna be like
We're
two
gonna have to
weeks.
delay the chapter by a week, the
Yeah,
episode
and
by a week.
I'm gonna be inconsolable when Yuta dies. The
Oh,
world's over. Like, mm-mm.
The world's over.
The world. It's not even done. It's just the world's over, dude.
that
No
actually just sucked.
Yuta.
Yeah. Um, yeah, this is a crazy chapter. I mean, what is it? The biggest thing that I took away from it is that YUUJI has reverse curse technique. That's all I really cared about.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
that's just
woohoo!
hilarious.
Yeah.
It just
I see
makes
a lot
him
of people.
even. I was gonna say, just
Oops.
like the indomitable human spirit jokes we made, like what, 6 months ago, almost a year ago.
When it was
They're just
relevant.
real now. Yeah, they're just
Mhm.
real. Like, my first thought was when he's like, dude, this kid just keeps coming back and it's irritating. Like, so, so Sukuna's comparing Yuji to a cockroach, and I'm like, damn, bro. As Sukuna's very fit, like being himself right now. He's like this damn fucking brat, and he calls everyone a brat.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Yeah,
it's
in
not
this
just
translation.
yeah, yeah. It's like Yu and Hikari's partner. I don't girlfriend. I don't know the exact like Nick. I don't know the
Yeah.
exact term because I don't think anything's been confirmed. So
Yeah, I forgot the whole when they introduced Karara. I know the whole thing that Panda explained, but I just don't remember it to the T, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on that. But yeah, I find it surprising that the translators made just called everyone brats.
hmm
Because he like Sukuna for most of the series has pinned Yuji as the brat. So um and like he's still annoyed with Yuji. Clearly, this whole chapter is to cement that he hates Yuji because he has like this unbreakable ideal. Um and he's the biggest Yuji hater out there. Um but like why not just keep the word brat for him? It's so weird. I'm trying to think of what else. Um I find it really interesting that uh Sukuna has like this whole dialogue with himself on like why he's mad and why he's frustrated. We also see Jogo pull up, which is very interesting. Well, like not pull up, but like come from his memories and just like I don't know. There's so many things going through my head. The like this whole monologue was so much more different in the fan translations. Um,
Well, let's talk about that
and it was
first.
still good. What is it? It's more or less that like so Sukuna says that like whenever he like fought other people, like someone's ideals were just like one or two words. Um, just like at the as like their last lines before they die. Uh, but in the fan translations, it's just that like Yuji just has unbreakable ideals. Um, and that's what annoys him. But the I feel like those are two very different things. Um,
Wait,
so
just to
yeah.
clarify, there's just the addition in the official translations about previous opponents' final words, right?
Yeah, I think so. From just because what is it? I read the fan translations Tuesday night.
hmm
Um,
yeah,
and
that's when
of
it was
course, like they didn't
submitted.
go into extreme detail. Um, and like the official translations are of course official, so they matter more.
Right. That's interesting that that
Um,
was omitted, though. Maybe they did that just to get the chapter out faster. I wonder.
That's usually what happens. I've noticed the fan translations is it's um like the day of they're pretty rough, and then like usually Thursday there will be some other people that translated it. I don't say better, but more clearly or um.
With
But
more
yeah,
articulation.
yes.
well, what is it? Like, I don't know, especially with this fight and like the previous like leaked chapters, like even the fan translations that are like a little bit more articulated, have been worse than the official ones. Like we've had like ups and downs of like the official translations being worse and the fan translations being worse, but recently the fan translations have been kind of meh. Like, I'm happy that you don't look at the leaks, Drees, because the whole like monologue that it, or like what is it? The whole scene, like I know his ideal is to be unbreakable. That line itself is already kind of rough. It was so much worse with the fan translations. Like, it the sentence just felt really rough to get through.
Hmm.
I want to almost find it.
Forced?
Um,
Like it was forced?
Yeah, well, like what is it? They said like his true ideals are indomitable.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but it was like I don't know if that was even the right one. It was just rougher to read, and it's just like you could have just said like he has an indomitable spirit, or like he has uh like super strong ideals that he never wavers or whatever. And I
Mm-hmm.
feel like that would have been a little bit better to get through. Um, so yeah.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
I this week I stayed pretty clear of the leaks. Not pretty clear, but I saw them be Tuesday night, and then I kind of was like, oh, they're out. Glanced at them, and then I was like, okay. And then I looked at them again in the morning, and I'm like, I'm super dyslexic. I can't understand half the stuff they're saying. Just the way it phrased was really confusing. So I was like, okay, I'll just wait. I'll just wait till Sunday. But
yeah.
yeah,
I mean, what is it? If I want to get like nitpicky even with it, like Sukuna did not seem as aggressive with Ui showing up in the fan translations as he does now, which I think that that kind of caters better to him. That he's like he's pissed off that the corpses are being taken back. Um, oh yeah, and this also goes along with like the amount of copium that's come back into the fan base because even though that so uh in the like fan translations and everything it said it was Satoru Gojo's corpse, but even then people were just like, oh my god, Shoko's healing him, Shoko's healing him.
Yeah,
Like he's gonna live,
definitely.
guys, he's gonna come
Definitely.
back.
well, I feel like they had to add that part of like, hey, someone else using reverse curse technique is like half as effective using on yourself to kind of like. My hope is that is like trying to put down all of the copium that Gojo's alive. Like,
Yeah.
mm-mm.
It's
So
gone so annoying. Again, we've talked about this before, but I'm shocked that a fan base has gone on for this long
like, cause
trying to
like
believe that a character is still alive.
someone posted, it's been 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
like as of this week that
Yeah.
Gojo died, and like on top of that, like if someone dies in JJK, they never like it's like they're suspected to be dead. They're never coming back. Like Nobra,
Yeah.
what 3 years,
Something like
almost
that.
4. Yeah. Um, like there's nothing of her. I mean, Toji's the exception. You know, he's the
Yeah,
exception to like
but that was
he.
cool as shit.
Yeah, no, it was, but like,
Even then, that wasn't even really him.
yeah,
Right.
it was like
Well,
a
no. Well, hold on. No,
yeah.
it was him. It was.
Well, listen, it was his soul, but like he couldn't actually fully control himself. Like it's stated in the narration, like, oh,
Right.
he became a killing machine. So like, is that really Toji? Toji would have most likely, like, if he came to his senses, was just like, why am I here and why are there barriers in Shibuya? I'm gonna dip and go make money somehow.
Fair point. You could say maybe it's his true self.
Well, because I saw there's all they say. Oh, I summon Toji Zenin instead of Toji Fushiguro because people there's I saw people been saying there's a it's like how
Difference
people
with
say
his
there's a
last
dip
name.
yeah
Yeah,
there's the difference of Anakin Skywalker and
Darth
Darth
Vader.
Vader. People like put it as those are two separate characters. I'm not saying like Toji Zenin and Toshi Fushiguro are two separate characters, but Toji Zenin, could be a lot more like bloodthirsty and
Mm-hmm.
stuff. And then,
that's true.
he doesn't
Well, what
want
is
to.
it?
He's married, is Fushiguro, and technically, even though he doesn't like it, has a kid. So
Mm.
What is it? I'm just gonna um I've watched like Toji analysis videos just because like the number one fan over here. Um and I kind of agree with like the Zenin thing, but like he's always just been a passive character itself. I love that we're going on this tangent because
Yay.
like if we want to go off of it, like what is it? Technically at the time that Maki destroyed the Zenin clan, she was technically weaker. I'm putting that in parentheses than
Mhm.
Toji was, and Toji still refused to do it just because he was passive about it. And then like it it's also pointed out in his fight with Gojo, like when he has that piece of like hesitancy, and like I think also when he gets like Apple logoed, that he's just like um I strayed away from my true self, saying that like his true self is to be passive and to walk away from these sorts of situations. Like he even stated, like I never fight for free,
Mhm.
in his rematch against Gojo. So I don't know. I think that like it's something about the seance technique. I forgot what the narrator said. It just made it so that he couldn't think for himself.
Mm.
Interesting.
So yeah,
It probably has to do with his soul being his body, but also him probably having a soul still. It just is exempt from cursed energy.
yeah,
Yeah.
So,
uh,
actually, it's probably like
that's the
his killer instinct took over because it is just his body's information, which in part is his soul, which allowed it to take over. But that's why it's like
yeah, it
pure
doubled
muscle
over.
memory.
Yeah, I mean, like, what is it? That's like probably my favorite thing about the Shibuya incident is that like it just one technique caused this crazy killing machine to be spawned into Shibuya.
Because like
It's like
imagine
such
like
an
if
anomaly that the narrator had to explain it.
Yeah.
well,
Sorry to
because
go
like
for
imagine like what would have happened if we didn't get Toji reincarnated and he didn't like somehow gain some control. Like Dagon's domain, everyone in that domain's dead. Like I
yeah.
don't, yeah, everyone's
Either
dead,
that or like Megami's original plan would have played out a little bit better, but then like Jogo would have come up and burned everyone.
and
Like
we probably would have lost. So we
Megami
would
would
have
have been
lost
dead.
Megami if Jogo ambushed him like he did.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we don't get the moment of Yuji getting resolved to go after um Mahito. So like that it'd be cool. Like I know because like Marvel's does that new What If series. Like I would love to see if like a big series like JJK did like What Ifs. Um because there's moments in like a lot of these series that would be, I think that would be perfect for it. So um
My true answer, what would have happened, is that that group like Nanami, etc., everyone would have gotten blitzed, and then Dagon and Jogo would have met up. They would have felt the Finger's presence. They would have come up and they would have tried to fight Sukuna. And then somehow in that whole mix, Jogo becomes the next honored one. He actually beats Sukuna.
it's like the lobotomy, the stand proud. That
Yeah,
stuff.
stand proud.
Sukuna, you are strong. Like that stuff.
Yeah. I just think that Dagon would have actually just like supported Jogo and just said, "You can do it, buddy. You're a strong guy. You're the strongest one out of all of us." Um, so yeah,
Goofy as hell, dog. We still don't know where. Man, we still don't know what the hell Black Box is and Fuga.
I think we'll get an explanation in the next chapter or two.
I hope.
oh yeah,
Nick and I had talked about it. Like this is the perfect. I mean, okay, Utah's gonna die, but this is the perfect reason for Black Box to get destroyed or taken away from Sukuna somehow. For Utah to do that, because it seems like to pave the way for the next generation of sorcerers, even though Utah's part of it, it seems like someone that's part of that older generation needs to do something to whittle Sukuna down.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that's how the fight's going, but that's how it's feeling. So maybe Yuta can somehow copy um, the black box and then use it against Sukuna, but still die in the process, but get it so Sukuna can't use it. Similar to like um, Ten Shadows in his domain.
Mm-hmm.
I I have a really good bet on what's actually gonna happen. So, um, Yeah, I agree with that whole thing with like the black box. Like this is the perfect time to execute like someone that has copied multiple curse techniques and someone that can use multiple curse techniques, but that we don't know how. So that could be explained more. And then what I think will happen afterwards is that through after like that whole explanation, Sukuna is going to kill Rika, like this manifestation of Rika, and then Yuta's gonna be super nerfed in that circumstance. He's either gonna whip out his domain because he can whip out his domain without having Rika, or he's just knocked out of the fight for the rest of this and he's like heavily injured. Um, Afterwards, this is like when Yuji shows up, or again, what is it? We could get a cutaway, and for some reason, it's Hikari versus Urame. Um, but like Yuta's gonna get knocked out of the fight, and he's gonna like lose a lot of his powers, but he's not gonna be dead. My big theory is that the four people that they showed, like the next top four of Jujutsu High, like Yuji, Maki, Hikari, Yuta, are gonna live, just because they are that next generation, and my best way to say is that they're gonna have that plot armor.
Yeah.
I know that we've talked about how like Yuji may die or not, but I'm gonna firmly bet that he's gonna live and Megumi's gonna die. So yeah,
We'll just have to see.
exactly.
Both the Six
Um,
Eyes and the Ten Shadows return to the soul plane to be rebirthed once more.
yeah. Um, what is it? Me and my coworker, that also reads Jujutsu Kaisen, we had this good thing on which like every person that's fought Sukuna has taken something away from him to like whittle him down. And like this is how my theory goes is Gojo got rid of his domain. Um, Kashimo got rid of 10 shadows, and I'm saying that just because he forced Sukuna to transform. And then Higuruma got rid of the weapon.
Mm.
So then after that, Yuta probably has to get rid of the black box or his cleave and dismantle, and then Yuji's going to be that last one. But we also don't know where Maki is. Maki is most likely fighting, is going to fight with Hikari. That's my best bet.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we've talked about they set up that rematch since like
Yeah,
they set it up like, oh, the girl, she's the strong one out of the two. So I think we'll get that rematch soon.
Aren't they
yeah,
fighting? Aren't they fighting Ice Queen?
Yeah, they're fighting Elsa right now.
yeah. Um, but yeah, I feel like that's how it's all set up. I don't think that there's any other characters that can really pop up. Um, so yeah, my
Another
brain
new
keeps talking about me.
new plot characters that came from the Culling game.
Dude, Miwa's gonna be the next honored one and kill Sukuna.
Oh my god.
Like somehow
Make
she's
a
gonna
binding
break.
vow
Yeah,
to
like
sacrifice
break.
her life
Yeah,
to wield a katana for 15 minutes. Just fucking he's cut up in like three pieces and blasted away with curse energy.
dude. There we
Oh,
go. There you go. There's the ending of the series.
um,
Miwa packs up Sukuna.
I feel like if Gege
Um.
did that, that'd just be the biggest fuck you to the
Oh no. Yeah. No.
entire.
It would be.
yeah, it would.
I mean,
Um,
no, dude. I swear to God, like Broken Ronin is paying Gege if that happens. Like
Hmm.
I'm not. I'm going after him. I'm like,
yeah, he's
how much
gone.
did you pay him? How much did you pay
Yeah,
him to do that?
you gave him the YouTube channel. Screw you, buddy. Um,
Um. There was one thing I wanted to talk about and bring up that I know Nick and I talked about. So throughout the chapter, both Nick and I had noticed that there's a lot of emphasis on the hand that Higuruma like stabbed that Sukuna cut off and regenerated. The hand is still like looks like it's injured and smoking. Um, so like the first time I noticed it, on page 1, you can see it there. And then the following page, you can see him in the hand like looks like it's had like the anime marks that looks like it's hurt. And then there's a low resolution one of it being hurt, and just throughout the entire chapter there seems like a lot of emphasis on
reading.
it. I've seen people say that that means like this is a 15 finger Sukuna. I don't think he's nerfed that much, but
Nah.
who knows? But like it could be um interesting to see like what this means for the fight going forward, because you know,
Yeah,
if say he was nerfed 15 fingers, maybe Utah's got more of a chance, and I don't have to worry about him dying or something. But
I
um,
mean,
he's still
I'm
probably
sorry,
gonna be. Yeah, I know
I'm
you're.
gonna interject just for 1 second. I That makes me so mad that somebody had that theory because if we're going off of that, Sukuna should be at like half a finger's worth of power or like 1 finger because Sukuna like instantly regenerated Yuji's hand at 2 fingers back in the facility. So like if he's taking this long to regenerate, just like bro, Yuji should be packing him up.
Yeah. So it seems like maybe it could be like in continuity error just from that moment just to show Sukuna's ability of regenerating the hand. They did that, but I doubt it. I
Yeah.
doubt Sukuna's probably not on that level because he is he's not getting packed up by Yuta right away. You see he's blocking an attack and he's holding back Rika. Like I mean, it doesn't look like he's under any strain. It looks like he's smiling again.
Mhm.
So, maybe he's like, oh, I don't have to fight Yuji right now. Oh, I'm going to enjoy myself, actually. So,
Yeah, he's not gonna be mad.
like, I've seen it was mainly on TikTok this week of like people saying like Sukuna is the biggest Yuji hater. Like, it's like, oh, um, like there was one I saw and it was like Sukuna and Higuruma. Like Higuruma instantly learning reverse curse technique, and he's like, "Oh my gosh, I'm so proud of you, Higuruma." And then it's Yuji learning it in a month, and he's like, "Get out of here, go away."
What can do
Like,
that?
yeah. Mm-mm. So, but you
Um,
know,
the what is it? There's some other things that so many things happen that we get gleaned from this chapter. Also, Kenjaku's just dead.
Yeah,
We gotta point that out. Like his backup plan is just Sukuna. And also this is just for me. Choso could still very well be alive.
right.
Just from how Sukuna hinted that they're taking bodies to be healed by Shoko. Um, which makes me so happy because I love Choso and I want him to survive.
Hmm.
Um, anyways, isn't that crazy that just Kenjaku's gone? That's so weird to think about.
It was such a like a I don't know. It just kind of happened.
Yeah. Uh, that I feel like that's a big piece to also signify that like I mean we're already near the end, but like we only have one big bad out, and I'm not counting Elsa. So
Yeah,
crazy stuff.
she's tangential.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is. Well, I guess in a way it makes sense why Kenjaku was offed from a lore perspective because he did release all of the cursed spirits that he had in his possession when he initiated the culling game.
I think it
So,
was a majority of them, yeah.
hmm?
I think it was a majority of them, yeah. But like he had to have the elephant against
he said a
Yuki.
few that he seems like Yuki and that he's used after, but I'm glad to see Kenjaku gone. He can't traumatize Yuji anymore. So we
True.
just gotta get rid of Sukuna now. I mean, Sukuna's gonna traumatize him more. So
Mm,
but it's a little anticlimactic that if Kenjaku like we think is truly dead already, like he just went out to a third party bush camper, like like I mean, it's like I'm okay. I'm going the bush camper memes I saw. Like you see that you play Fortnite and you just beat someone. You get third party by someone camping the whole game and you lose and you're pissed. So you know maybe Gege was trying to go for that like idea of just like oh he's just you know Kenjaku wasn't, but maybe it was just mostly talk. Like oh
Yeah.
hmm
I mean, it was mostly just schmack.
hmm.
yeah. So you know it's just one of those things. So,
Just one of those days.
but yeah, no, is also like I don't like people said like, oh, Takaba's dead because there's the panel of him like laying down and stuff
Uh,
a few chapters ago.
uh,
Nah, dude, Takaba's gonna come out. He's gonna be the one to fit. Like I would love to see like everyone like get blasted away or something, and like Takaba's running in, and like Sukuna like slashes him, and then he falls over and gets back up, and he's like, "How are you alive?" And he just keeps doing it. He just keeps surviving. And he just pisses off Sukuna because like there were the memes. I thought they were funny. I thought it would have been a good thing of like Hikari versus Sukuna, and it's like Sukuna getting annoyed with Hikari surviving after getting like his 37th jackpot or something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I think it'd be fun to see someone like some maybe some humor be brought back into JJK. It's been a little bit now that Higuruma's probably dead. Choso might not be. We're not sure.
we'll see. We'll see. Um,
So yeah.
yeah. I'm trying to think what else we can cover. Do you guys have any predictions on what will be going on next chapter?
Before we do that, do you guys think that cross thing that Sukuna summoned was uh crap, I'm forgetting Mahito's curse technique?
Oh, idle transfiguration.
Yeah.
Um, I think, well, what is it? Just because Yuki said that you can only use the curse technique once from using Uzumaki. I think that there's some theories that that is Kogane because Kogane is the closest to the game master. So he swallowed Kogane as like to symbolize that he took in Kajaku's backup plan to like merge with Tengen.
Hmm.
I mean, I wish that he had idle transfiguration. Then he just just show up to everyone, just like dinosaur.
I don't think that's the case though, because Kogane shows up next to YUUJI. Like YUUJI's looking at him.
Well, each player
That's
has their
true.
own Kogane, technically. Am I wrong?
Yeah,
Is it
yeah,
right?
you're right on that as well.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird. Like
We just need
he,
the narrator back. We need the narrator to explain what Sukuna just did. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. It's either that or like, I guess my other theory that it could be is that it's just Tengen or just the ability to be able to like start the merger.
It's symbolism.
yeah.
Yeah.
You know, now that it's making me think like who else could join the fight. What's gonna happen with Angel? Is like Angel gonna come in and try and like Jacob's ladder Sukuna again?
Oh, that
That
actually
would
could
be
be.
nice,
Yeah, that's
So
but
probably a
I
part
don't
of
think
it.
that will happen.
it would be cool to see, but also like my thought on it is, oh, you know, I mean, it could be that like she stopped the Jacob's ladder because she thought like it was actually Megami, but we've seen Yuji, all these characters get like the resolve to fight Sukuna because this isn't Megami anymore. Um, what if she's getting that resolve or something? I don't know.
Yuta's gonna use Jacob's ladder.
Oh,
That'd be so
true.
fun. I think that that may actually very well be an option, just because that would get rid of Sukuna, and maybe he's just betting that Megami will survive it. Um, but yeah, we'll see.
We shall see.
Um, also, just because like they were talking about plans to get Megami back, and Yuji and Yuta were the two that are just like, yeah, I have an idea. Um, so this is their time to see what they had planned and if it will succeed.
Mm-hmm.
This could be cool seeing them, because we've never seen them fight together, only the one time against each other. So it could be cool to see how their synergy is gonna work.
Yeah, true. It's gonna be a 3-on-1 for Sukuna now.
Yep.
Yeah, now he's gonna know what it feels like to get jumped.
Yeah.
They jumping me. They jumping me.
This whole like to put it more again into Fortnite terms, this whole fight was just like originally Sukuna and Gojo cranking 90s, and then all the 10 shadows. That's just like Sukuna's like really bad teammates joining in,
Yep.
and then he finally beats Gojo, and then these people just keep third partying
The
him.
rest of the lobby is
Yeah, the
coming
rest
in
of the
'cause they
lobby
heard
just
the
keeps coming.
gunshots.
Yeah, everyone thinks they're cranking 90s, but Sukuna's out here. You know, he's got his frenzy auto shotgun, his sniper. I don't know. He's got that striker that you get, that striker AR you get from the one boss, and he's just cranking. And
We gave
slowly,
everyone rift to goes. They're
yeah,
just
and
coming in.
everyone's just been like slowly like Sukuna running out of his domain is like it's a symbolism for him running out of like mats or something.
Yeah, he's running out of shots too.
Yeah, so
He
he's just
doesn't have
like
enough
yeah.
time. His chance are him reloading his shotgun to one pump everyone.
You think Sukuna would use the hammer pump? You don't think he would just be a terrible person and use the frenzy?
No, well, what is it? He's got two on him. He's
True.
got an SMG for all the regular cleaves, and then the one pumps are for when it's chanting.
Oh, true. Okay, that's a good.
This
That's really
conversation
just
is horrible.
sorry, dude. Sorry,
I
to
was
bring
waiting.
it up.
I was waiting for that. But yeah.
Yeah.
Is there anything else we'd like to add, or should we cut it here?
I think this might
I'm
be a
good.
spot.
I liked
Yeah.
your prediction, Nick. So I'm in your boat.
Thank you. But yeah. Well then, yeah.
Oh,
Thank you.
one thing. Sorry,
go
I
for
want to forgot to add. So, you know, of course, they call Rika the Queen of Curses and Sukuna the King of Curses. So like, maybe it could just be from like word of mouth when Sukuna was in Yuji's body, but like, they know each other. I think it'd be cool to maybe get some sort of explanation of like if Rika was like a cursed spirit during the Han era, or like how she became the Queen of Curses or something. I don't know if like she became the Queen of Curses when YUUJI or not Yuta or not YUUJI Yuta accidentally like cursed the little kid Rika, but be cool to see a little bit of an explanation there.
That's true.
Who knows?
I think it's definitely from like word of mouth, but like this could also play back to when Yuji and Yuta fought for the first time, and Yuta stabbed him, and then like Sukuna smiled inside his innate domain. So that was like over 100 chapters ago. Like
Yeah,
actually,
and what? Probably again 3 years, probably three, maybe 2.5.
yeah,
So
yeah. So yeah, we'll see.
sweet.
So yeah. Again, what is it? Thank you everyone for listening to this episode of the JumpCast. Again, joined by my two hosts, the other two Maxes. Oh yeah, I should also go over just one other thing. There is gonna be a break next week, but I'm just gonna say this now so that we're not hesitant on it. Next week we're gonna do a book club episode like we did before, so get pumped for that, for some new manga
And I
recommendations.
think everyone doing a book club is doing something that's on Viz or Shonen Jump. So if you
Yeah,
have if you have the subscription, you have a way to read it. And I mean, we'll
yeah,
talk about that during the book club, but I thought that was kind of something we had talked
bring
about
up.
making sure to do for the book club. So
So yeah. But yeah, anyways, again, everyone have a good rest of your week. Good luck with the Lobotomy Kaisen for the next week and a half.
this is our way of counteracting it, so we don't have to like look at social medias, find another series to read for the
Yeah,
next week.
yeah. But yeah. Anyways, everyone have a good rest of your week, and bye-bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.